Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel Let's Talk Stocks. So today I'm going to do a slightly different video. I'm going to talk about the 5 passive income streams that I have. So to start off with, I want to do a shout out to Pretty Penny Club because I've literally just watched this video that he's got on his channel and this is what's inspired me to do this video myself. So if you haven't seen that video already, I'll put the link in the description, go and check his video out. It's very good, it's very informative. So the first income stream I want to talk about is stocks and shares. I've just started a portfolio on Trading 212. Now the reason this is very passive is as long as you pick the right stocks and you're in it for the long term, you can sit back and you can let the money come in. So it's very, very passive. It takes a little bit of work up front. As with all passive incomes, you've got to make sure you do your research and you've got to make sure you're going to pick some solid stocks that are going to be in for the long term. Once you've done that, there's no reason why you can't just sit back and let the money come in. So that's my very first stream of passive income. My second stream of passive income is Redbubble. So print on demand is very popular. I have a few other sites that I use for print on demand, but this is by far the most successful one. So this is kind of just to show you the emails that you get when you've made a sale on Redbubble. It has in brackets there the percentage that you make. So once you've made the design, you upload the design to the site, a customer buys it, and the site takes care of everything. So I'll start again from the top. As you can see on the right hand side, it shows you how much I've made per each design. So you can see I've only been doing this for a few months. I think my phone only downloads up to 3 months of messages. So there are a lot more sales, but you can see it's very lucrative. You can make a lot of money. I haven't done any designs for a while. So it's completely passive now. Third stream of passive income is YouTube. So those of you that have been following me on this channel, you can see it's only been live for a couple of days. I actually have another YouTube channel that's been monetized. I've been on that for quite a few years. So you can see on the estimated revenue for the last month, $104. Last 90 days, $378. The last year, $1,222. So that's my third income stream, my third passive income stream. So this is on to my fourth stream of passive income. So you can't see very much because I've had to blur out all the private bank details and confidentiality and things like that. But basically what this is similar to peer-to-peer lending. And this is a bit risky unless you know what you're doing and you've done your research. But I got in contact with a company that I like the look of and I've done a lot of research and I felt confident. And I basically said, are you taking on investors? And we came to an agreement that was put in writing. And as you can see here, I've blurred out most of it, but you can get the idea of it. It says to the loan is £10,000, so I lent them £10,000 for 1 year and we agreed 8% interest. Okay, so at the end of that year I got my full £10,000 back with £800 on top of that. Very, very passive, but again, you need to know what you're doing because things like this are quite risky if you don't know how to research them properly first. So you need to know what you're doing with this one, but once you've learned it, there's money to be made if you have capital that you're willing to lend to people. Okay, so moving on to my final passive income. I own a few properties that I rent out. So it is rental income. I can't show you too much for confidential reasons, but I can go on to Rightmove and I can show you a before and after. I'm going to have to kind of cut to and from this, but I can show you a before and after when I bought the property, and then I can show you after it's renovated. Okay, so I've cut to the pictures of how when I bought the house. So there you can see the kitchen, living room, dining room, bathroom, and the bedroom's very dated. Need a small refurb. So again, I'm going to cut over to when I finish the refurb. So this is when we finished the refurb, the kitchen, living room, dining room. As you can see, a very light refurb, just replacing some carpets and painting some walls. And now that's rented out to a long-term tenant, and that brings me in passive income every month. Some people say property isn't passive. It all depends how it's done. The way I've structured my buy-to-let business is to make it completely passive. So every now and then I have to answer a few emails. Once a year, at the end of the year, I have to go through and do some accounts for tax purposes. But again, I've got an accountant that does the most of that. It's just a case of getting it together and giving it to the accountant to go through. So that's why I put this on the list. Although some people say it's not passive, property can be very passive. It's all about how you set it up. So to finish with, I wanted to add 3 ways that I've just started. I haven't actually made any money on them yet, but there's 3 other ideas that you can do that can generate income. So the first one is this is my house. So on this website, parklet.co.uk, there's many other websites that do the same sort of thing, but you can list your drive. So I live about a 10-minute walk away from a train station. I put it on there monthly. So you can book the parking space for a month, £132. So like I said, this is fairly new. I've not long put this on the website, but this will work fantastic for you if you live near a train station, or especially if you live in London and you live in a flat and you've got a parking space that you don't use, or you've got 2 parking spaces and you don't need one of them. This is a great way to make extra money. People just basically pay to park their car on your drive. So if they're going on holiday and they get in the train, or if you live near an airport, even better. People will pay to have their car on your drive. I've put on the bottom there, you can see off-road parking with street lighting, because we've got a street light right next to our house, and I've got a CCTV camera, which I've already had set up to keep an eye on my car, my partner's car anyway. The 7th one is Medium. For those of you that haven't heard of this, it's very similar to YouTube, where you get paid if people watch your videos. However, you get paid on this if people read your articles and they share your articles. There's actually a paid subscription service for people that use Medium. So if they read your article, you get like a percentage of whatever their subscription is. This is very, very new venture for me. I've made a few articles on here, you can see last year. I'll just show you one of them. So basically I was exploring a tunnel, and I've taken videos and photos and things like that. So I made an article on here for anyone that's interested in going down abandoned railway tunnels, really. So there you go. And if people start reading this, then you make money on that as well. So it's similar to YouTube, but it's more sort of like blog article like based. So if that's your thing, if that's the sort of thing you're into, this is definitely worth doing. Download the app, have a little look through, make a few articles, and then again, if people read them, it's very passive. You sit back, the income comes in. And then the final one on the list is stock photos. If you like taking photos, or even if you just go on holiday and you've taken a few pictures of a beach or whatever, you can go to many websites do this. The one I use is Stock Adobe. I think I've got the link up here. So this is the one I use. Like I said, I haven't made any money on this yet, but I've only recently uploaded some photos on there. And again, if people want to use these photos for their blog, for their websites, for whatever, they can download them and you get a fee for that. So very passive. Once you've taken the photos, you upload them to the website and you sit back. So that's it. So that's my 8 ways of making passive income. 5 of them I personally make money from every single month. The last 3 are new ventures that are worth looking into if you haven't heard of them, and seeing if you can make some money from them. So thanks for watching. I hope this video is okay. It was a very quick video. I wanted to do it in near enough one take, just to put it out there, some ideas of making passive income. Let me know what ways you make passive income in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.